Hi, TikTok family. Whoops, what am I doing with that? I'm trying to make it smaller so I can chat with you guys for a little bit. I just was talking to my moderator, Kim. If those of you who have met her, she's so wonderful. She'll be over in a little bit. But I was like, Red Rover, said Kimmy right over. I don't know what's going on with TikTok with this beauty filter on, hey Kimmy, on live, but I can't get the beauty filter off, and I'm thankful for it because on some days I look tired, but I just want to see myself. So if anybody has any advice, it doesn't do it when I put my videos up, but when I go live, every time it has this beauty filter on it. So anyways, thank you guys for being here. I kept hearing that song, Celebrate Good Times, Come On. And it's so funny because as we were getting ready, and I am doing readings today if anybody is just coming in, but I was telling Kimmy, why am I calling you Kimmy today? I always call you Kim. Yeah, celebrate good times, come on. Hi, Paige. Hi, New West Coaster. I love that. North, or is it Northwest? Good afternoon, Miss Kiki. Hi. Your mom always called you Kimmy? It must be because I'm all Kimmy or just like playful mood today. So I was telling Kim before, because we always text before I come over. Oh, Northwest. Oh, I'm from Portland. Well, yeah, Oregon. So my dog has like arthritis, so I had to start giving her CBD oil. For those of you who have followed me for a while, you know, you'll see like Nolan, he's my eldest child's dog, and then my dog Delilah, and she was snoring in here. So she's in my office while I'm doing readings always, but she was like out. She was out with her CBD oil. So it works really good for dogs with arthritis. And I gave her like maybe a fourth of the dosage. So I can't imagine how out of it she would be if I would have given her the whole thing. So I've got my Dutch Brothers, I've got my green drink, I've got my water. I'm ready to channel for anybody today who might be wanting a reading. I am a psychic medium. I absolutely love what I do. I don't know why the information comes in, but I always know that it's going to be evidence for you. Hi, Barry. I'm not taking people on live right now. Perfect. Unless you guys have a reading scheduled. Yes. Can I do your reading? I can, Joanna. I can. So the way I'm doing my readings on here today is it's a $40 donation. I call them mini readings. They last about 15 or 20 minutes. And once you make the payment for your reading, your spot will begin, and I'll just go ahead and put you on here as well. And for those of you watching, if you could go ahead and tap the screen, that really helps us get a good group in here. Oh, perfect, Paige. Yeah, I'll look out for you. So we would have Paige and Joanna. And as soon as it comes up on here, oh, it's 333. Make a wish, you guys. So I don't know if you guys are into angel numbers, but spirits communicate to you through anything that they can, and everything's energy, including numbers. So 333. Yes, 6333. Jenny's here. Jenny and Kim. And Jenny, I was just telling the other moderator, Kim, that I kept calling her Kimmy. I feel like she's like my mom always called me that. And then we've got Jenny and Kimmy. Perfect. And I was like, Red Rover, send Kimmy right over. 633. Yeah. So it's 333 here. So 633. Yes. If you're on New York time, East Coast. So you guys, welcome my moderators in. See them. If you're not following them, please do. We're trying to get them to 1,000 because I would love to go live with them. Jenny posts inspirational messages all the time, and so does Kimmy, as well as she sells crystals. So please give them a follow. They do volunteer their time on here to create a safe space where I can channel, so that's always so needed. So perfect. So once you make the payment for your reading, you will be on the list. I'm just going to how do I want to say? I'm going to put my readings in order of people payment, if that makes any sense. So you might be saying that you want a reading but you're not officially on the list yet until the payment is received. And then I have to do it in that order, because I've done that before where someone else signed up and then they just said they were signing up and then I had the wrong order. So I'm trying to stay in order of reading requests with my ADHD. So that really helps. But we can chat for a little bit until that starts to come in. Yeah, do me a favor and just tap the screen. That way we just kind of get people noticing the live if they're not on here yet. If you guys follow me for a bit, you'll know that I'll start to see, hear, and feel things that your loved ones want me to convey. Thank you, Joanna. So that's the way it goes. Joanna's first. Yes. And I never know why they give me the things that they give me, but it could be a song, how they passed away. 2 weeks ago, I was giving a reading to somebody and, oh no, you got kicked off. Are you back on? That's weird. That's so weird. Well, you're here now. Thank you, Shelly. I think you're amazing. It might be your internet. That happened to me when I was watching a live the other day, and yeah, it didn't come on. Thank you so much. So I'm starting to get scattered here a little bit, trying to, and that's usually what happens. So Joanna, I'm going to start your reading. Everybody else, if you can do me a favor, other than the moderators, if you could hold your comments, like we have right here. Some people, most of the people that have been into my readings will see that once we start the reading, please hold your comments during the readings. My moderators will temporarily mute people in the chat in order to keep the chat clear. And the reason why is even if you chat to say like, good job or nice Joanna or something like that, I'm like a vacuum cleaner. I'm going to back up the energy that's on the thread. So it's just better if you just wait, and I will take breaks, you'll see. And even if you come in and you get muted, you won't be muted for very long. They usually just do it for how long is it? 4 digits of my phone number, 408-857-3351. 3351. 4 digits of my phone number, 3351. Yeah. If you do chat while I do the reading, you'll just be, you're welcome, Paige. You'll be the second one. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start focusing, because what happens is I'll start to get kind of scatterbrained, and that's how I know I have a spirit coming in. And I used to not know that. So when this would happen, I'd be like, why can't I focus? So, okay, here we go. Thank you guys for being here. Moderators, thank you. Always, I am beyond grateful for you too. You guys are like the dynamic duo of moderators. So thank you. So Joanna, welcome. So the way I like to do these readings is to see who you want to hear from today, Joanna. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And Colleen, I did receive your payment, so you're all set. You're right after Joanna. Whew. I keep my water going. Dad, are you the only girl in the family? Joanna, are you the only girl? And are you a teacher, or are you just really good with kids? I just heard really good with kids. You must already know that okay. There's something about like being really good with kids, either that or like yes, I'm good with kids. Okay, I won't know the difference. So if you have teacher energy, you're 100% an empath, no joke, right? Do you read for a living, or do you have cards or something? For me to do this reading for you, you're very intuitive, very intuitive. Has it just been 1 to 2 years since oh, you don't. But do you know what I mean about being intuitive? Like if you like somebody, you like them for a reason. If not, every time, even though somebody walks in a room or you meet people in a group setting and you're like, I don't like that person. You're like, Joanne, don't think bad about people. And then it turns out that person was conniving. Yes. So your friends are like, why don't you like my new boyfriend? And you're like, something's off. And then like, it might be a year or a year and a half later, but then you find out. Okay. Did someone pass? Why did they keep saying a year, 2 year? Like, has it been a year and a half, not quite 2 years since your father passed away? Because when I pull him forward, I start to hear, hold on 1 second. Whoa. Okay. He's all 1.5 to 2 years. 1.5 to 2 years. So I have to ask was he sick for 1.5 to 2 years? Did anyone pass away 1.5 to 2 years? So it's not 1.5, 2 years. He keeps saying that. So that's okay. I'll put it to the side. 95% of what I read for you should make sense at the beginning. When I pull your dad in, I am so dizzy. I can't even, not sure for how long he was sick. Did he fall? Did he have vertigo or anything? Okay, but he never told anybody. Okay. When your dad comes through, I am so dizzy. So I have to ask, did he have vertigo or was he really dizzy? Did he need assistance in walking? Or was it like a head tumor or something? Whenever I start to get like dizzy, that's okay. Put it to the side. And no one passed. Whenever I'm dizzy like that, it's like someone had vertigo or you have vertigo. They passed away from head trauma or someone was in a car accident. If those don't make sense, put it to the side. So I know I have your dad here. If there was anybody in high school that you went with, there's somebody here who also passed. Whenever I get that feeling, that dizzy feeling, that to me is like car flipping or someone was really dizzy upon their passing. So that's okay. Let me go ahead and put that to the side. Okay, come on, Dad. This is so important to her. Did you not get a chance to say goodbye to him? Yes, that's what he showed me. He just put an X through it, which is so interesting to me. Were your parent? I've never seen that before. I've never seen somebody put an X through something. So I don't know if you have an ex that you just broke up with or if your dad and your mom are divorced, but your dad just went like this. And I was like, are you trying to tell me that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye? Does that make any sense to you? I've never seen that in a reading before, unless somebody's name starts with an X. You're divorced. Okay. Did you go through the divorce? Did your dad pass and then you went through the divorce? Because to me, is there also a Tim or a Tom? It's a T and then like M name. Yes. Okay. This is your dad's way of saying, I watched you go through everything. It feels like this is your typical, you're the empath. The other person was a narcissist. So as you were going through it, your dad saw everything that you were going through. And I don't know if you had to give up more than you wanted in that divorce just so you can get out for your mental health. Does that make sense? And that Tom name keeps coming up. It's like Tim. Yes. Okay. So your dad's well aware of that. I'm so sorry you went through this, honey. Cause it's also, you don't, and for some reason he's bringing this up. You don't have anything to be embarrassed about. Like, how did I fall for that? How did I stay so long? Put your head, that's on that person. Put your shoulders back, your head high. You have dignity now. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with giving your love away to somebody and trusting them. And you have a pure heart. So you would never think that someone's doing something back to you or not being honest because you don't think that way. But then there was time and time again. I feel like, was this person like not honest with you? Was there cheating involved? Because your dad's making me feel like he brought things to your attention that were being hidden because he didn't want to see his baby girl going through something where she was being taken for granted. And yes, okay, that's what he's saying. Is there a Frank or Francis also? Either here or crossed over. They're going to talk about everybody. First, middle, last name. Gosh, they're all Louise. Not that I know of. I would say just write it down or screen record these. Hopefully this app is recording. Sometimes it records, sometimes it doesn't. Louis, Louise, and then Frank, Francis, and then Tim or Tom. Yeah. Hold on one second. Okay, hold on. There's a song. There's a movie called The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz. Have you ever seen that movie? And there's the song, the soundtrack from that song. It's by Brittany Nicole, and it says, "You're gonna make it." I keep hearing that song with you. So I don't know if when you watched that movie, you were like, "This is what I went through." And people know that you went through a divorce, but I still want to give you a hug because they don't know how bad it was for you. And so I feel like now you're starting to kind of breathe again and trust again. And your dad keeps saying, you don't have anything to be ashamed of. It was that person's actions that caused this to end. And you have dignity and you have real friends. This person does not. What they're going to con the next person. So their actions, who you were with, have nothing to do with you. Nothing. I may have that name wrong, but they keep drawing a T for me. So if it's a name that I don't have in my vocabulary, like Tenier or something like that, but they keep drawing a T name here or crossed over. So they'll show me Tim or Tom because it'll be like close to that. And whoever you were married to, their relatives would be coming through too, because this is the way it works. Let me hold on one second. Okay, I will, Dad. Thanks. Yes. So when your loved ones they cross and they look at their life, they're either happy of their life or they're not. With your ex, their family has a lot of secrets. Do you know what I mean? Very dysfunctional and a lot of skeletons in the closet. So I do see a woman cross. I'm wondering if his mom is crossed over. If not, he and his grandmother, she was a big influence. But this woman caused a lot of the problems. Yes, they do, right? It can be a book in itself. This is kind of reminding me of, show me again. Remember the series that Reese Witherspoon had, and she lived in Monterey, and it was like on TV. It's not Big Little Lies, is it? That's the other. There's two movies that sound just TV shows that sound like it, but he just showed me that. So there had to be like abuse, cheating going on in his family, but his family covers up a lot. As long as it looks good to the outside, they don't care. So just know your dad's making me feel like they are not very trustworthy. About your dad, I have to ask, did he pass away with something heart related or congestive heart failure? My heart is very heavy when your dad is coming through. Yes. Hi, Rebecca. I do have one more opening after this, but you might get muted just so I can keep the thread clear. Thank you for being here. Okay. Show me something that she should know. Are you the only girl? He keeps making me feel like you're the princess, you're the only girl. There's something like that he keeps showing me. And the T name keeps coming up, either here or crossed over, unless people refer to you as Tinkerbell. Oh, you're the oldest. Okay. Because whenever they circle somebody and they put a princess hat, it's like you're the most responsible one, or you and he were like the closest. And that Frank name is coming up again, the T and the Frank. And I almost wanted to say Tink. So I don't know if people call you Tinkerbell or you collect Tinkerbell stuff. He's going to be talking about everything. Yes, we were. Okay. If you were the most alike. And I'm so sorry because when this happens, when our parents pass away, it's never easy. But when the parent passed that we were the most alike, then it's even harder because we don't have that sounding board anymore, if that makes sense. Okay. Was your dad not only a dad to you, was he also a dad to your friends? Because he makes me feel like your house was the house that all the kids hung out around. And I just see a ton of food and I see all the kids coming over. So is you're the house, did you have the house that, who was a cheerleader? I'm like trying to pay attention and all of a sudden I feel like I have pom-poms. Were you a cheerleader? And who's Lisa? Okay. Your sister. Your sister was a cheerleader or your sister's name is Lisa? Your sister was a cheerleader. Okay. That's your dad's way of just pulling this in to try to show me everybody who's around. Okay. Yeah. He just keeps talking about a lot of kids at the house, like all the food, all the gatherings, kids at the house. So he keeps showing me that. So I don't know if it's not your high school friends, if he was the fun uncle, if all the kids came over, because he shows me that. So I have to pay attention. Now, okay. Now it's like that. Okay. You have all the kids there right now. Okay, that's why he's showing me that. Yeah, so that's just my mistake in not knowing. I thought he was talking about his house. That's your house. You have all of them over. Yeah. So you're like the mom to many. Yeah, that's the feeling I'm feeling. Hold on one second. Come on, Dad. Is there anything else? I know I don't want to talk to that person. Okay, so I've got Dad here, but I also have somebody who's hold on the side of your ex-husband's family, because is there an Ellen or a Helen? It's like an EL name. It came really fast. I understand, but they're coming through the reading, and it's so funny because even when we're going through a divorce, if we were with somebody and their family caused pain, meaning that if they didn't clear something up and it changed the trajectory of our life, they'll come through even in our reading. Do you know what I mean? And I'm trying to pull your dad. That's okay. It's like Helen or Ellen. It's like that. And it's on, I think, like X side. It's a woman I know. And she's making me feel like she was the one who was like, really cared about what everybody thought about. And she's the one who kind of started this mess. That's how she says it. And then she's talking about John. She just brought up somebody named John. Okay. So she's trying to apologize and show how she's around you. So I'm trying to put that to the side and let your dad come through. But when it happens, whenever I do a reading like this, it's like triage. It's like they're just coming in to help with the most pain right now. So just to know, I have an elderly woman, feels like Helen, Ellen. It's definitely got an EL sound to it. And she's from his side of the family coming through, because had she been better, then he would have been better. And you really thought you got sold a bill of goods is what she's saying, because you thought you were marrying this. And then shortly after you got into it, you realized that this was not, there were a lot of dysfunctions in there and a lot of lying and cheating. And you were like, I can't live this way. And so instead of being embarrassed, have admiration for what you did and that you stood up for yourself. Okay. I just keep seeing that. Okay, let me see. Come on, Dad, you come through. Isn't that funny? We're like, we want Dad to come through, not the other person. Like, if you weren't going to be a good family member and I got a divorce, don't come in my reading, but this person is. So hold on one second. Do you live close to a park or a school? I haven't seen this in a long time, but you know those, I almost say like a merry-go-round, hold on one second. Say it again. I haven't seen this since I was little, but it's like one of those things at a park where you jump on it and all the kid and it goes around and around and around and you can spin the kids on it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Unless you have one of the kids who have a sit and spin. It's like around, it goes around like this. So I'm trying to understand what she's showing me. Okay. If that's by a place or if that used to be one, okay. But not right close to you. Okay, they're showing it to me for some reason. So if that used to be where like where you lived, there was one by, they're showing me that for a reason. That's okay. I'll go put it to the side. Did you speak at your dad's service, sweetheart? And then there's a John or James coming through. Excuse me. I always get the hiccups when I do this. Is there a Kevin? Or did your dad look like Kevin Costner or something? Okay. So if I say John and it's one, then yes, then that's close. Do you know what I mean? But if it's Henry and George, then we don't make it fit. But that's how your dad is trying to come through. Okay. Because your dad makes me feel that he was always helping people and giving them strength in the family and like the fixer. And now that he's gone, you're the one that does that. And there's a December reference as being like somebody's birthday and or day of passing because he's making me go to September too. Yes. And that's put a lot on your shoulders. But there's also something of like you're quite young to have your dad passed away. So I don't know if out of all your friends, your dad passed in December. Yeah. See, once we get rid of the yucky energy from the ex family, it starts to come through clearer. So just know they have heavy energy. It's like na 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 na. When I read people that have regret, and your dad's like, "Hey, I wasn't perfect, but I always showed up for people. He was the neighbor that if you don't, see, he's making me feel like he would help other people out. Oh my God, yes." I said it was not fair that it happened to me. Yes, exactly. Because he's like, she was so young. And here, this is when it's nonsensical, right? When you're like, my dad was a good person. I don't understand how this is happening. Why is this mean person still alive? And then my dad's the one with the illness and has to pass. It doesn't make sense. And I agree. Some things are nonsensical. But what I do know is that if you keep putting your best foot forward when the negative things happen and set healthy boundaries, you don't have to bring those people back by any means. He's going to be working with you to help you build a better life. And that's something that he wants to help you do. And after your dad's passing and the divorce, he wants to help you get your trust back. Does that make sense? It's like your guard is up or you can trust again. And he's definitely got your back. Like your dad is there. Was someone in a band? I'm trying to give you this message. It does make sense. See the yucky energy, and it took so long. And then your dad comes in and I feel like so much better. But he's also making me feel like, hey, if anybody in the neighborhood, they didn't have their dad to be able to change tires, I would do that for them. So see, he was like a dad to other people. So there's something about him stepping up. So it meant a lot to other people because your dad was the giver and would always help people. That's how he's making me feel. He specifically just keeps showing me a tire. Yeah, and helping people. But yes, your dad's very humble. Do you know the song by Tim McGraw, Humble and Kind? Play that song. I just keep seeing that. And when I said George earlier, is there George, or and it can be Jorge or George when it comes through like that too. Yes. His tire fell off his car once I saw him on the side of the road and we both laughed. Yes, thank you. His nephew is, yeah, that's why he would be bringing this up. Someone had to be in a band or is like working with music because your dad just made me feel like, yeah, I can, unless your dad just sang for fun, because I hear a man singing. I don't know the name of the song. Hold on, say it again. I don't know that song. I bought my daughter a guitar and want her to learn how to play. That's why. He's like, I just keep hearing music. Yes, I see. Show me that again. You know that band, I think I'm saying it right. When I channel, I'm always like, is this the right name? Is it La Bamba? La 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 Bamba. Dun, 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 dun. But they have a song, it's called Heaven, but it's by La Bamba. I think I'm saying it right. I keep hearing that song. Yeah, like Carlos Santana, La Bamba. Like I keep hearing those songs. So just know if there's a song, one of those songs that mean a lot to you, he's bringing that up. Or if you hear that song and think like, oh my God, this reminds me of my dad, then that's his way of coming through. Yeah, thanks, Isabella. It's by Ricky Valley. And you might be muted, but I appreciate you coming through and helping. I always say this is like the karaoke Ricky Vallon. Thank you. Yeah, he played that. He played that in the movies. Yes, you're right. I'm just going to grab some more water to see. He does call you his princess, I'm telling you. And he makes me feel like he knows that you have been let down by others. And he's saying that he's not going to let you down. So whenever this happens, where we had to, oh, thanks, Richie Valley. Yeah. It's like, whenever something happens like this, Joanne, and we did the right thing, but the wrong thing occurred, something will come to you. It'll be like an idea, an invention. And I just keep hearing this person who did this to you is going to miss out. Don't ever think that they had the upper hand or now they hurt you and they get to move on and have a normal life. They don't. They won't have true friendship because they don't have relationships built on trust. So your dad just keeps talking about that over and over again, how he knows now that you need to rebuild your trust, and he's trying to help you do that. Does that make sense to you? And yes, I don't know if after the divorce you moved back home or if you live in a smaller house now and you're dreaming about a bigger house, but I just keep hearing, yeah. There's a small house here, but she's a big dreamer. So just keep dreaming. You're a big dreamer. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I'm heartbroken. I don't know if I can dream now. Dust off the old feelings of how this person made you feel and get your hope back. Your dad's trying to help you get your hope back. You're his shining star, sweetheart. Yeah, we had a smaller house and I had to move after the divorce. And now we have a bigger one. That's what it is. I kept seeing that. Yeah. And that's because you're a good manifester. You're a good manifester. You're doing this. So document everything that you're going through, because a lot of people don't, that just fight. Yeah, your dad just says the fight you just went through with your divorce was like David and Goliath. And it felt like you didn't have very many people and you were up against a lot of disgruntled people who wanted to keep this quiet, but you just kept going because you're very patient with people. You'll give them lots of tries and you were just like, I'm done. And when you're done, you're done. And now bigger and better things are coming to you. And please write everything down, because whether you help another person, yes, she says, okay, whether you help another person just by telling them that they're going to get through this, or whether you write a book after this and help people get out of it, it's really important. Because a lot of people are not going to be able, yeah, and the Helen can be Helena too. It's like that. It's like Elena, Helena. Yeah, it can be like that. Okay, so I am pulling back a little bit. Let me see if there's anything else that your dad wants me to tell you. if people are frustrated with him not telling them that he knew he had the illness, and that he was kind of fighting it on his own, I feel like that was typical of your dad, not to want to worry other people. And he's making me feel like you're kind of like that too. Yes, that's my aunt, still here. Her name is Elena. Okay, thank you. Because I know I had a woman on the other side with your ex's family, and then he's trying. Yes, I am. Okay, so you're understanding. As long as this all makes sense to you, that's all that matters to me. I always tell people I won't understand it, but as long as it makes sense to you, because you're a fighter, sweetheart. You are a fighter, and you are a warrior of truth. It's not always easy, and it can feel lonely on paths sometimes when we're the warrior of truth. But when you see something, you say something. And there definitely is something where you have a gift with kids. Please don't discount that. So if you want to write a children's book, if you want to write affirmations on cards for kids, whatever it is, you're making a big difference, and you're here to do something very special, and your dad's got your back. He just keeps showing me that. So write down those bands that I was talking about earlier, because I keep being drawn to say the thing. The song Heaven by La Bamba. I think it's by La Bamba. Yeah. Just know he just keeps talking about that. And anything about, do you have 3 kids, or did someone is someone's birthday and or day of passing in March? Because I ask about anything else and he shows me you, and then he's 3 like this. So do you have 3 kids? So a lot of people don't know this, but I wrote a book called Layla Saves the Day, and I so want your daughter to read that. So is she about 6? How old is your daughter? People just must think that you're like the nanny for your kids, your dad's saying, because you just have such a baby face. I have 2 kids from the previous, 3 little ones now. That's why your dad just kept saying 3, 3, 3, 3. 13. I love that. 13. Perfect. So I have a book. It's called Layla Saves the Day. And I know it's a little bit old for her, but I so want you just to show her. It's on, if you go on YouTube and just look up Layla, it's Laila. I don't know why I'm hearing that name with you. So I don't know if someone's name is Layla or Lily, or if they're asking me to show her Layla Saves the Day, or you, the book. But I keep hearing to share that with you because I wrote that book after a divorce to help empower people. So you do have a special gift with kids and animals. I feel like you like kids and animals more than you do adults. And you have a special gift with that. So keep letting your light shine. You're on the right path. And remember your dad's saying to write everything down, because this isn't going to go to a waste, because one day the way that you got through everything will be someone else's survival guide as you share your story. And never be embarrassed about what you went through. He keeps adding that over and over again, because you survived this when someone else did you wrong, and so many other people wouldn't be able to have their spirit intact. So he is saying that you've done a great job. Okay? And he blows you kisses. And you talk to him all the time. Keep doing that. I always say sometimes they show us validation that they're with us, and any songs that come on, or the radio, or like my dad passed away December 12th. She says, I do talk to him all the time because he's your guide. Do you know what I mean? So my dad passed on December 12th. And so when I see 1212, I know that's a sign from my dad. So always look for birthdays, your birthday, the day of their passing. That's how they're trying to show you. Your dad definitely loved music. So I also feel like that's one of the things. And he just says, keep being humble and kind. The goodness will keep coming to you. He says it like that. And he doesn't, Hold on, let's say it again. Okay, so my job as a medium is to show you that their bodies dissipate, but their spirits are very much still alive. And this is his love for you and your love for him. And once I remove myself from the situation, this love is still around you. So you don't need a medium to talk to your family, or to know that they're around you. Although I do like it sometimes for the validation when I feel like I'm just making something this up in my mind. It helps to have the validation every once in a while. But my point of telling you that is that even after this reading is over, you can still keep talking to him and asking for signs. You have his picture it's almost like by your bedside, or it's right by you. And I feel like you're talking to him and asking for guidance all the time. Now, sometimes loved ones cross over and they're just your ancestors. And sometimes they cross over and they're your guide. Your dad makes me feel like he's your guide. Okay? Thank you so much for allowing me to give you this reading. I'm going to put the rest to the side. Like I said, 95% of what I talk about in a reading should make sense. The other 5% put to the side. Write down notes, or you're welcome, Joanna. Good luck with everything. Whew, it's not easy going through what you went through. Sometimes when we have back-to-back challenges too, I always say people with the most challenges are going to have the biggest life purpose. So keep that faith, okay? Keep it going. There you go. Thank you guys for being here. Now I can go ahead and answer some questions. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, moderators. We've got Jenny and Kimmy in the house. And my little puppy Delilah is on her CBD oil and she's snoring. So hopefully that's not showing up as much. Hello. Hello, Jen Bliss. How are you? So Joanna and Jen, this is reminding me similar to the reading I did for you. Hey, Isaac. How are you? Isaac, did you get a job? Miss Kiki was saying, Elena's in the house. See, this is good. It's like, celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. Congratulations, Isaac. I'm so proud of you. I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'll do the reading for you for sure. Your son's name is Isaac. I don't think that's a coincidence. Hey, Cassie. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Miss Kiki was just in here. I can forget, is that your sister or your cousin? And she was talking about that a while ago. Yeah. Isaac, is Cassie your mom? Is there no? It's just a coincidence. That's so cool. I think the next reading is Paige, and then Jen, it's after you. You got your own car too. Look at you all grown up now. Cassie's like, sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. You're so funny. We're going to hear dogs snoring. I'm trying not to be so empathic that I'm picking up on Delilah's CBD oil, but I don't know if you guys ever have that with pets where you're like, I'm feeling your energy. It's so funny. Thank you, Paige. Paige, are you Colleen? Paige, is that you? Is that your name, Colleen? I know. Now the adulthood. Oh, okay. Putting your own gas in and working. Yeah, you're all grown up now. You're our youngest baby in here, Isaac. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Normally this app records the readings, but I always tell you to jot down notes and do screen recordings just in case, okay? You're welcome, honey. So Colleen, you're all set. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. Oh, my son's 23, just curious. I think Isaac's a little bit younger than that. He's an old soul though, so for the first time I read Isaac on here, I thought he was like 30. So, whew. Yeah, he's 15. He's just an old soul. He feels older. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another break here in a moment, but I am going to start doing Colleen's reading. So if you guys can do me a favor and keep the chat clear. This is when I always say, today I am doing the donation for the $40 for the reading, but my list is closed. I do come on here on occasion and do free readings. So if you're following me, I'll just jump on in the evening and start doing readings. Oh, but before everybody goes, this is something I wanted to share with you guys. A lot of you don't know this, but I'm also, hello, user 59 something something. I'm also a children's author. So tonight is going to be my first night doing my read along for The Night the Moon Was Hiding. And I'm going to pull out my puppet Ellie, and I'm going to start doing that in the evening. So that's beginning tonight, probably around, I think like 8:30 Pacific Coast time. Thank you, Cassie. I appreciate that. All right, so let me go back here. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to start doing Colleen's reading. So do me a favor, you guys. We're going to keep the chat clear. I appreciate the questions, but right now I'm going to try and concentrate. So this is the time that I just remind people, welcome to the event. We love having you guys here. I'm doing readings. Please hold comments during the readings, as my moderators will temporarily mute people in order to keep the chat clear. So that starts right now. Thank you guys so much. So Colleen, thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and pull back my energy and get ready for your reading, sweetheart. Just want to know who you want to hear from today. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And moderators, my list is closed for today. This is the, I'll do this reading and then Jen's reading. I feel like we have a lot of dads past. Is that because yesterday was Father's Day? Oh, your son. I'm so sorry. Colleen, can I ask you, did your son smoke, or is your dad crossed as well? I'm tasting, hi, Jackie. I'm right in the middle of a reading for Colleen. So Paige should be the only one talking. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So sorry. I don't know if you're answering yes. Yeah, sorry, you guys, you will be muted. I'm right in the middle of doing a reading for Colleen, who's Paige, see? But I will, if you guys hang out, I'll take a break and answer questions, okay? I'm just trying to honor her time for her reading today. Thank you. He smoked, your son. And your dad is also passed. Yep, that's how they start to come through to me. Someone passed, I keep seeing October, unless somebody's name starts with an O. Can be Oliver too. But it's like, usually they're trying to show me a month when they do that. I feel like I'm being drawn to October being someone's birthday or day of passing. That's your birthday. Okay, that's how they would come through. Did your dad pass away first and then your son? And also with your son, one of the things that he's showing me, yes, I understand, sweetheart. Did you not get to say goodbye to your son? Because one of the things that when your son comes, it's opposite. Okay, son passed and then dad. Okay. Because there's a gentleman that, yeah, hold on one second. Is your son named after somebody who's crossed over? Because, yes, and you didn't get to him. I'm so sorry. Is there Byron or Byron? Brian. It's a name like that. It can be like Brianne. So funny because the only Byron I know is Byron Bay and Sydney, like over in Australia. But that's an interesting name to bring up. Hold on one second. Your sister, Brianne, is her middle name. Thanks. That would be Dad's way of coming through. Thanks, Dad. Thank you. Hold on one second. Name. Okay. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Can I ask you, I'm trying to, your daughter. Okay. Yes. Okay. So one of the things is, oh, okay. Hold on one second. When I asked if your dad had passed and then your son, it's because there's a gentleman over there and he's keeps saying like namesake. So I was asking if your son was named after anybody who's crossed over because he went like namesake. But hold on one second. When They do a life review. They look at their life. They're either happy of their life or they're not. Can I ask you, did your son have an action that was part of his passing? Because he comes through and he's saying, I'm sorry. And whenever that happens, it's like you either didn't get to get there on time or there was an action that they had that was part of their passing. Does this make any sense to you when I say that? Yes, his middle name was after somebody. Okay, namesake who passed away before him. Okay. Yes, I'm so sorry. Because one of the things with your son is when he says, I'm sorry, I know that he had an action like that that was part of his passing. But one of the things is like when your son was shining bright, he shined so bright. Do you know what I mean? And when it was challenging, it was so challenging. And I feel that when your son was younger, I feel he's very pure and kind of naive. So I feel like he got mixed up in the wrong crowd, if that makes any sense. And I know we're responsible for our own actions. I understand that. But I also feel like your son was very pure. I want to say pure and naive. Like he didn't know that the very people who were causing the problems were bad. Like he always wanted to give people the benefit of the doubt, the brightest light one could ever imagine, and he did get mixed up in the wrong crowd. I feel that too. Is there a Steve or Steven? Yes, you have that so right. Yes, that's how I feel too. And at the end of the day, he's like, when I crossed over, I saw the loyalty of family. If there's anything that I could say, was he your only son? Or is he like the baby or something like that? Yeah, he's just so, yes. Okay. Cause he makes me feel like he's so, and he shows me the number 17. So I don't know if this is his age or if he's trying to show me a date, but just know I'm seeing the number 17. Shows me like that. This came up in the last reading, but is there Ricky? Hold on. You little sweetheart. He's just so pure. He's so special. Yeah. Wait, he's so special. And actually his grandpa's birthday was on the 17th and they were, okay. And is that grandfather passed as well? And is that his namesake, the one he's named after? Stephen. And it can be Stephanie, but I'm getting an ST name. Stephanie. No, I called him dad. Okay, he was the stepdad who raised me. Okay, perfect. Yep. I got you. It just seems like everybody's coming in for your reading. Do you know what I mean? So I knew there was going to be a gentleman because I was like, I feel like I have so much dad energy today. That's okay. 95% of what I talk about during your reading should make sense. The other 5% put to the side. Because you're going to be like, oh, that was my cousin, but why would she come in? I didn't know her that well. It's like anybody who's part of them will start to come through, and they talk about people who are left here or people who are crossed over. So yes, it's always just my job to convey. Was your son a skateboarder? Do you still have a skateboard or something like that? I just pulled back to see if there's anything else I could say or see. And I kept seeing what looks like a skateboard to me. Flat with the wheels on it, but it would be like snowboarder. That's close enough. So do you still have his board? Man, was your son handsome. Do you know what I mean? He could have modeled. Like, oh my gosh, the more he comes through. Oh, you have his boots. Okay, that's why he's showing it to me. Okay, if that's something you just kept. Did you just, yes, he was good looking. I know, it reminds me of like, and not like, you know how Zac Efron's like the pretty boy? look like a Zac Efron look, but yet like baby face, but chiseled feature. Like it's like that. That's how he makes me feel. Okay. Super good looking. Yeah. Great smile. So one of the things, woo, Patrick, Patricia. So as he crossed over, he looked at his life and did a life review. You were the first person that he thought of because you kept giving him a forewarning of this. You kept trying to talk him out of this because I feel like you as a mom, you were like, this is the very thing that I was worried about happening. And as he crossed over, he sees that the people who he thought were loyal weren't his friends after all. And you were always there to have his back. And he sees that. I don't know if there's a situation with, so did you say he has a sister? I don't know if there's the number 13 with him or his sister, but I see that. 13. He just shows me like that. That's your birthday. Okay, perfect. That's just his way of showing me that. Did you just put out flowers for him? This is the third time he showed me flowers. But does sister also have like one of his jerseys or his shirts or something? You just made an arrangement. You're very good at that. Do you ever do it for a living? Because you're very good at that. Yeah. It's like my mom's like Martha Stewart. I have and she has. Yeah. That's his way of showing me that too. Mm-hmm. It's like, was this his younger sister? Because he makes me feel like she was more, say it again, more grounded or more mature than him. Yes. Okay. So it's like she's younger, but she was like more mature, has it more together. This one turned out so nice. It's fake flowers. Oh, but it looks real and it turned out really good. Yeah. You're very good at that, he says. And she's also not speaking to you. Yeah. Is she Scorpio? Okay, one of the things that he says about you, and I'm being drawn to talk about you again. April, okay. Oh, Aries, yep. That's like a fire sign, very fiery. Okay, hold on. Let me ask what he's talking to you about. Is there a Jeff? I just saw J-E ... So it can be like Jennifer, Jeff. Hold on one second. Okay, let me go back to you. He's saying that my mom has been through a lot and she still puts it for her best foot forward and tries to be a good person. She's had a lot of people mad at her when she's trying to be helpful and do the right thing. That the last 6 months has been hard on you, he says, because you're getting weary. So I don't know if I don't know if that's when, you're going to cry. Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. And it just seems like when you are doing the right thing and the wrong things happen to you, especially this last 6 months, it's just been like too much, he's saying. So he's like, Mom, just pull back your energy, your time, your money, and this is the time to start doing things for yourself. It's time to start doing things for yourself, he says. I know, I'm so sorry. This is random, but this is the third time he said this. There's something about a peanut butter sandwich, so I don't know why I'm seeing that. I don't know if you just ate one of these or if somebody ate like a peanut butter and banana, peanut butter and strawberry. I don't know why he's showing me this, or someone's like, peanut butter and jelly are my favorite sandwiches, or why I'm seeing that. But I'm asking him about anything and they'll show me names, the time that they passed, the month, and then they'll show me like what they just ate, and I swear I'm seeing like okay, you just had peanut butter and Oreo an hour and a half ago. Okay. Because I couldn't see is that like your favorite snack or something? Because he's all talk about the peanut butter, and I'm like, the peanut butter sandwich, but it was like mixed with something different. Like people don't normally have it. So I was like peanut butter and something. Okay. Thank you for sticking in that with me. I was like, I don't know, it sounds delicious, by the way. That and a glass of iced tea, I feel like I'd be all set. Is there not a Jeffrey or a J-E name either here or crossed over? Love peanut butter and Oreos, your new thing. He knows. Yeah. Can I say like Jenny is his ex? Okay, thank you. Because it was like Jeff, Jen. He kept bringing that up over and over again. Come on, sweetheart. Anything for your mom? This is your time to nurture yourself and to help yourself. And he's saying that you're being wrongfully blamed for things. And this has been like your MO, like you're the one who shows up and you're the one to help people, yet then you're being wrongfully blamed for things. And he understands that. So he says, I'm trying to help you, Mom. But a lot like you and he must be a lot of like, where you're giving your energy away to like the wrong people. Does that make sense? Yeah, like almost like your son with an empath or trying to be a people pleaser. That's kind of how he got into the situation, exactly what it's been like. Yeah, and we're exactly like, so he's making me feel like that's how he got into his situation, is because he was like a people pleaser, didn't want to tell people no, or wanted people like to like him. So he didn't have the healthiest boundaries. So he's helping you with that now too. And I don't know if you've been being drawn to a lot of crystals or something like that, but I keep hearing crystals. So he's just trying to help you, he says, but he can't help you set healthy boundaries. And you've been played with a lot with people who are blaming you for things that you're not in control of. Do you understand what I'm saying? You've been wrongfully blamed. He just keeps showing me that. Do you live by a lake or something? I see a body of water and I'm walking around it. Yes, I know that he's there. Yes. So show me anything else that you can show me. I just keep seeing the lake. It's like, go walk around the water, go for a walk, get out. Do you have a puppy? This is at the time where it's like, buy something. Oh, like, yes. A lake, river, and ocean. Okay, so if walking around the lake, if that's your like therapy, then it's time to do that. Yes, a puppy. Yeah. It's like, now it's time to buy a puppy and to take care of yourself. Okay, he is pulling back. Let me see if there's anything else that he wants to say. Have you not been sleeping well lately? He literally, I can feel this. So I don't know if you used to do this for him when he couldn't go to sleep, but I feel like I'm doing this for you. He's trying to help you relax. Yes, why didn't he say goodbye? Sometimes I'll know that. I mean, sometimes they'll tell me that. I won't know. What am I saying? Why didn't he hold on so you could say goodbye? Is that your question? I don't feel this is the first time that he had done something like this, like experimented, and he had no idea how severe it was going to get. He had heard about it with other people. Did he know he was dying? Yes, and he makes me feel like it's so important for you to know that he did not suffer. Because what they do is they do a life review and they immediately start floating above themselves, and they're always met with a loved one on the other side. So no one ever passes away alone. But like I said, immediately his friends who he thought were his true friends and would be there always split. They were out of there, and you're the one that came running. So at the end of the day, he was able to see you're loyal, that you were the one who was loyal. And that's where he's like, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. So if he pushed you away to try to like spend more time with his friends, at the end of the day, he's like, she was the one who ran to me. She's the one who ran to me. Do you guys have a Florida reference? FL, Florida, that looks like to me. But he knows your heart is hurting and he's trying to help you now, he says. Some things are nonsensical, I know. He was on the phone with me when I said goodbye and he said nothing. Yes. I feel when he passed, I feel very out of it, for one. Yeah. I feel very out of it. That's what he's making me feel. I understand. He did not know he was passing away then. That's the thing that makes me feel like he did not know. But I do feel very out of it. I think he just thought, I'm just going to lay down and rest, and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to call her back later, but I feel funky. I always needed to know why he didn't say goodbye. Yes, and he loves you, and to say I love you. He's saying it now. And the thing about when I do readings for people, I always say their body has dissipated, but their spirit, yes, exactly what he was saying is he feels out of it. Me too. And he was like, I'm just going to lay down. I just got to lay down. And then he didn't make it out of that. He didn't know at the time. But he says that you play that over in your mind. Yes. And that's something he wishes he would have told you more often. It's like he gave that's exactly what he said. Yes, that's how I feel. His biggest regret is that he gave his energy to the wrong people, and you were always there for him, and he should have been giving it to you. And he has regret for that. Yes, it tortured me. Yes. So know now that he does say, I love you, Mom. How would I know that's exactly what he said? So my job as a medium is to show you this is his love for you and your love for him. And that's what I'm channeling. When I remove myself from this equation, that energy is always flowing from you to him and him to you. And so he's very much around you. Do you know what I mean? He's very much there. Yeah. They're in the air we breathe. They're not gone. I always say their body has dissipated, but their spirit is very much still alive. He shouldn't regret anything, though. He's a beautiful soul. Yeah. It reminds me of that, you know how they had that trend on TikTok where it's the beautiful, beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Is that by Paul McCartney? Yeah, I keep hearing that song. So just know he goes like this and he says, I love you, Mom. I love you forever and always. He's still here. And my job as a medium is to show you validation. Yeah, is that John Lennon? I just keep hearing that song. So know when that song comes on, that's a sign from him too. But they can send you signs all the time. And if you have to ask if that is a sign, then it is. Okay? Thank you so much, sweetheart. Up your self-care. Just know this is his way of coming through. And love is eternal. It's not goodbye forever. It's their spirit is very much still alive. And you guys will be reunited. I always say it's just like, it's a see you later, alligator. It's never goodbye permanently. Okay. Thank you for letting me read you, Colleen. If you guys can do me a favor in this situation and just tap on the screen. Sorry about that, Cassie. I'm just in the middle of my reading, but I will take a break here. You're so welcome. And like I tell people, make notes. because hopefully this is recorded, but if for some reason it didn't record on this app, make sure that you're making notes. You're so welcome. Good luck with everything, sweetheart. Yeah, we're just sending you a lot of love today, honey. That's not an easy thing to go through. Thank goodness I haven't had to do that with a child. But I do have a sister that I don't talk about very much, that I'm challenged with for those things. So I do know personally how it is, and it's not easy. But you're doing better than you think you are. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, Paige. Thank you. All right. I'm going to use this point to just take a break really quick. And Jen, I saw you, so I am going to be doing your reading next, honey. I'm just going to just chat for a little bit while I reboot my energy. If you're just coming in, thank you guys for being here. Someone asked the other day, two things before I forget. One, I do private readings. So if you go to peace-serenity.com, you can schedule a private reading with me. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate you. And then I also obviously do readings on here as well. I know there's one more thing I was going to say. Oh, this is my only account. People, there will be scammers that copy my videos and try to follow you and message you. Please don't give them any money. When in doubt, you can go to peace-serenity.com and see all my social media accounts. It will link you to the original one. But Julie Talks to Angels is my only TikTok account. There is one on here that's fast growing. They've blocked me so I can't see them, but they have over 1,000 followers. Hi, Lori. I could do one more reading for you, sweetheart. I could add you on if you want one more. If you want a reading, I would love to do one for you. What was I just going to say? Hold on one second. So this is my only account. The other one is like Julie. There's 2 I's in it. Talks to Angels, and it has more S's. So when in doubt, I have like 45K followers. That's how to look. The other ones will have like 1,000, 1,500, or like less. So that's how you know if it's a real account. And in the meantime, if you are looking for a good book to read, I do have this book called I Am Home, and it's on Amazon, and it's available in Kindle. And the reason why I wrote this book is to help people well after they have their reading, to see if they have any questions or anything like that might be answered in the book, like how do you know to look for signs and who are they and all that kind of stuff. Lori, you're all set. Okay, do me a favor. Everybody hold tight. I'm just going to powder my nose and I will be right back, okay? And talk to amongst yourselves and you're going to hear Delilah snoring, but I'll be right back. Delilah, have you been entertaining everybody? All right. What the heck happened? Are you guys still on here? Hello. I don't know what happened to the TikTok live. Did I pause it? I know. That was weird. Okay. I'm like, what on earth is going on here? Thank you guys for being on here. What did I miss? Anybody have a party while I was gone? Did you guys do a conga line? Dun, 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 dun. I know, it can be crazy sometimes. Oh, thank you for that, Lori. It's so beautiful. So I think Jen is the next reading that I'm doing, and then Lori, and then I'm done for today. I will be doing readings over on Facebook tomorrow, starting 4:30 Pacific Coast time. So if you wanted a reading and you didn't get one today, if you go here and you follow me on Facebook, I'll be doing readings over there too. But thank you guys for being here, and moderators, thank you guys so much for moderating everything. Again, if you're not following Kim, please follow her. We're trying to get her up to 1,000 so she can go live. Yeah, and shows her beautiful, beautiful face. Thank you for being here, guys. So Jen, the way I like to do my readings is to see who you want to hear from today. I know. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Jen, 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 Jen. Dutch Brothers, my water. You guys did fireworks. I don't know why I'm hearing that song by Katy Perry, or if this is your dad giving you that message, but I have to pay attention to everything that I start to see, hear, and feel, even if it doesn't make sense for me. Oh, okay. Is it freezing on my side? I know I say not to, okay. I know I say not to check in with me while I'm doing a reading. Oh, it's freezing on my side. That's so weird. How weird. It was fine this whole time. And it's not saying anything here. I hate to jump out and come back, but I think that might be, oh, it's better now? Is it better now? We'll just wait a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. It's good? Okay. Hi, it's all good? It's better? Okay, thank you. So sorry, Jen, I'm right in the middle of a reading. Really quick. There's a question about your payment. I'm just getting ready to do this reading. I'm so sorry. Can you hold on just for a minute? Hey, Julie, you are there, have questions about payment for a reading. Okay, my list is closed today. Yeah, that's okay. My list is closed today, sweetheart, but I will be doing readings tomorrow over on Facebook. So if you follow this, you'll see that over there, and I'll be able to talk more. Once I start doing a reading, I get kind of out of it. So you might be muted after this point, Jan. I'm just in the middle of doing Jen's reading, but thank you guys for being here. Okay, thanks, Kim. Yeah, it's the Katy Perry song, Baby You're a Fire. I don't know what it's called. I just know he's like, yeah, when I started getting ready for your reading, it's that song. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. So I don't know why I'm hearing that. If somebody's name is Katie, if there are fireworks around the time of his birthday or day of passing, or if that song just means something to you. But I hear that at the beginning of your song. I mean, beginning of your reading, sorry. Have you been working out or something? He shows me July 1st was his birthday. Thank you. That's why he shows me. Have you been working out lately? I feel like I'm lifting weights. I'm literally lifting weights as your dad comes through. So I don't know if he worked out or if you've been working out, but my muscles feel so strong all of a sudden while I'm giving you this reading. I haven't been working out. So that's something that you've been thinking about, getting back into fitness, or if there's something about, I feel strength. Does that make any sense to you? Okay, hold on one second. Did you guys, no, I don't work out. Okay, just put it to the side. Was your dad very fit? I honestly feel like I have muscles right now, and I don't have muscles. And if you don't work out, then he's showing me about himself. Hold on one second. He's also showing me when my kids were little, we used to go to this place called Stacks and get pancakes. So I don't know if you guys had your place where you would go or a pancake reference. It's like IHOP. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Is that something you guys would do together, or if you've just done that with your kids recently? But I'm seeing a stack of pancakes. And it was the cutest cafe, and it was actually called Stacks because of the pancakes. Get it? Like a stack of pancakes. So if you guys had your cafe or your place that you frequented, he's trying to show me that, but I literally can smell, I smell pancakes. I'm just letting you know. If it's waffles, that's too. But this would be like somebody's favorite. You just ate this. You guys had your cafe that you would go to. Is this making any sense? Hopefully it didn't freeze again. Did it freeze? Whenever I can't see you guys like on here. Yes, we had a bad cafe. Yeah, but it wasn't pancakes. That's okay. If he's showing it my place and it was called Stacks because of pancakes and you guys went somewhere and it was, you got donuts and it was your place, he's making me feel like that. Okay? Okay, thanks, Kim. Hold on. I don't know if you recently got a bonus or why I see a bonus check being deposited, but he just keeps showing me that. Does that make sense to you? It's like a large amount of money all of a sudden. Did you guys, oh, hold on one second. That's too much information. Did someone just buy a house or sell a house? I also hear escrow, like escrow. Three sons. Did someone actually have three boys? Do you know how they say like my three sons? Three kids, three boys. Is someone's name Tommy, or did somebody wear say it again, sir? Tommy Bahama shirts? Okay. Not a bonus check, no home or purchased or sales. Okay, hold on one second. Is anybody into real estate? This is the third time he's showing me escrow. Unless someone took money out of their house. It's like a house and then there's like money. And he just keeps showing me that. Unless somebody does this like for a living. If somebody just borrowed money out of their house to do something, that's also what he's showing me. It's just, I feel like a house, escrow. Yeah, unless you guys had to sell the house after he passed away, just know he keeps showing me that. He just keeps repeating it. And three, like the third of a month, no real estate. We have a cabin in Alaska building onto the garage. Okay. Did you guys take money out of the house to build that? I just keep seeing that. His wife lives in his house and so no sales. Okay, that's okay. Just know he shows he's okay. Just put it to the side. 95% of what I talk about should make sense. And the other part put to the side. Unless, hold on 1 second. I understand. From the house, or it can be he's trying to show me the way the money was split up too. So do you guys still in the will, or I don't know how I need to say that, like the treasury? There are 3 of us, 2 boys and me. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Because it's like my three. He kept saying that. So I was like, my 3 sons, and he's like, my 3. Okay, thank you. Okay. Hold on 1 second. If anything should happen, so is this your stepmom, his wife? If anything should happen to your stepmom, or was part of the house supposed to be in your guys' name or something? Was that a situation that you had to deal with? Because he's like, house, escrow. It would make me feel like if that house sale that was supposed to be and we were supposed to get, he's bringing that up for a reason. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Because it won't make sense. It won't make sense to me, but as long as it makes sense to you. Okay. I don't know how to put this the best way. Yeah. We took my brother off of it. Okay. Okay. If there was a situation with that, or if it was more chaotic, because I just heard that someone wasn't trustworthy. So he's showing me the house. He's talking about escrow, which means like, should you sell it, this is the money that you'll get. And then I could see that. So if someone wasn't trustworthy, I thought it was going to be your stepmom, because it made me feel like someone's not trustworthy. He just showed me the house. But if you had to take your brother off of it, or if something happened, then your dad is well aware of that. And it makes me feel like it was chaotic. Yes. And disappointing, right? Because we don't see people's true colors until someone passes. And then we're like, who's going to do something like this? Never her. Okay, him. Yeah, that's just me not understanding what he was trying to show me, because I could see her in the house and I heard not trustworthy. And then you said we had to take my brother off of it. So I understand. This was not easy decision for you guys. And so just so you know, this is something that he sees. This would have never happened if your dad was still around, this kind of like behavior or action. And it's coming out of coming out of left field. Very disappointing that your brother would have this kind of action. And it's just caused a lot of stress. But your dad understands that. And he's like, I've got your back. He just keeps showing me that. Was someone actually going to start gardening or doing like, he just shows me green thumb. So I'm trying to understand what he's talking about. But it made me feel like a raised garden bed, if that makes any sense. Do you know, I see a raised garden bed. I see soil in it. I feel like your mom. Okay, that's just his way of showing me that too. Whew. Yes. Do you notice that there's somebody's name like Sylvia? There's like a name like that, like an S and a Y and an L. I can't think of anybody else's name that would be like that. I swear I just saw a name like Sylvia. Okay. Let me pull back, because that's the house and everything that you have been through. It makes me feel like not only did you have to deal with dad passing, but then brother pulls this and then you have to deal with that. It's just too stressful. His second wife's mom, Sylvia. Thank you. And is she crossed over? Because everybody's going to start coming through. Yeah. I don't know if she had really bad vision or who had like cataracts or Okay, so she's still here. Does she have cataracts, or she cannot see her bifocal lenses? I feel like I'm going like this all of a sudden, and I'm like, what are you trying to show me? Like I said, they'll show me everything. Things going on with you, things going on with them. Do you still go to that donut shop too? I used to take my kids to a place called Happy Donuts, but the lady who ran it, her name was Angie, so I would call it Angie's Donuts, and I didn't know forever that it was Happy Donuts. I had no idea. I don't even really like donuts that much, but they had the best apple fritters there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this making sense to you why he's talking about what he's talking about? Because he could, okay, I understand that. My mom does. Yes. He always talked about her, even brought her up, and her last name. Yes. And even brought her up last time. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Yes. He was always worried about her. Okay. Nice. Well, it's nice to know they're consistent. Do you know what I mean? That won't mean anything to me, but as long as it means something to you, that's all that matters. And this is their way. Like, my job as a medium is to show you their bodies are very much dissipated, obviously, but their spirits are very much still alive. And this is their love for you and your love for them that I'm channeling. Once I remove myself out of the situation, they're still there for you. And your dad's making me feel like he was a good person. He worked hard during his lifetime. He knows he wasn't perfect, but he always tried to be there for his family. You and he seem a lot alike to me for some reason, and he's trying to help you with that. And I don't know if someone is in Aries or why he's bringing up an A, like Aries. Is someone born in April, or someone's day of passing in April? I went to say August or April, but I feel like I'm dealing with an Aries. So it'd be like April. Yeah, you and your dad were the most alike. That's how I feel. So he's got your back on this. It wasn't easy to do what you did with your brother. He passed in August. Okay, thank you. So August, April. Okay, I understand. Are you guys? Yes, hold on one second. Okay, so I got this. I always used to do, I'm going to tell you something that I do all the time, but Andy Grammer said it the best, was his mom's passed, and he always tries to be proactive about anniversaries of passing. He always tries to do something on that day, like in her name, and then something always special happens. And I've been doing that for years too, and find out the same thing. With your dad, it's like, since you guys went and got donuts, it's like on August, the day he passed. Like, my mom passed away August 8th. So August 8th, I go buy a pizza and I just give it to somebody random. And there's always a thing like, I didn't have money. I didn't bring my lunch today. I don't have money to get the kids dinner. This pizza is going to mean everything to us. So it's something like that. So you can do a pay it forward in honor of your dad around that day. This is only if it's something that's going to feel good to you. But I always tell people it gives you like this surge of energy. And though we're missing them that day, it also makes us feel like we're being proactive about it. I don't know if that's making any sense to you. But like, jump on it because you know it's coming. Is that making sense to you when he says that? And do you see 444 a lot? Because I just backed up to see if there's anything else he wants me to tell you, and I literally keep seeing 444. No, I haven't, but could definitely do it. Yeah. It's something that really helps. Like I said, we're human. We have to honor our feelings. We're going to be crying because we loved them. So that's just our love. And it's precious and it's wonderful that we had that kind of love for and with somebody. But it does help to stay proactive with that. Okay. I will tell her. Thank you so much. I don't know if you just saw a rainbow, or if someone did, do you have kids, or somebody did like multicolored hair? When my kids were little, we used to have, like, when they would have silly hair day, or someone's in camp tie-dyeing. I just saw a lot of different colors at one time, and I was like, what are you trying to show me? But there's a hairdresser on her here named Teresa, and she does like the multicolored layers in someone's hair. So yeah, thanks, Dad. Thank you. I love how he brought up the same lady last time and he was concerned about it, and he's bringing it up again. It's like he hasn't forgotten. This is random. It's someone, I definitely have a daughter. She loves rainbows and has been talking about coloring her hair. Yeah. Do you know the Teresa on here? And she's like so famous, her and Siri. And she does the rainbow hair. Yeah. If you're, he loved my mom. Yes. Didn't stay married to her, but loved her. Yeah. That's his way of bringing that up as well. Show me the thing that you were just talking about with the other. Is your daughter's birthday coming up or something? Your dad just had like a gift. And I'm like, what are you trying to show me? So we just talked about your mom, you, and your daughter. Is it somebody's birthday coming up? He's just like, just turned 5 in May. Yeah, that's just his way. So look up Layla Saves the Day, because that's like when I talked about my book earlier, that's your child's like the perfect age to read that. It's on YouTube. Yeah. It's a book I wrote to empower girls to know that because it's, your dad kept calling you small but mighty. And this story I wrote, yeah, it's like Laila, Layla Saves the Day. And yeah, she wants to be a superhero, but people tell her she's just a small girl. She can't be a superhero. But her grandmother, Teresa, tells her that even small people can do big things. And it's with that courage that she believes in herself. So just so you know, Dad's bringing that up for a reason. Yeah, he's like, empower her already. Not that she'll need it. He says she's going to be a natural leader. Yeah. I don't know if she's already shown, drawn to work with animals or have a special place for animals, but your dad just called her the animal whisperer for your daughter. Such an empath for sure. Okay. What else, Daddy, do you want me to say? Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Yeah, he just called her he called her the horse whisperer, but then I saw all animals. Yes, she's an empath and so strong. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. Have her read that book. It's online. I created it so that people could just see the read along. Yeah. Empath. Yep. That's what he says too. Okay, let me pull back and see if there's anything else he wants to say. Okay. One of the things that he's saying is, I don't know if you're the only family member that believes in this stuff, but he's making me feel like he really wants you to know that he's glad that you're aware of how this works, because he's making me feel not everybody in the family, either not everybody in the family believes it or not everybody in the family is aware of it. But he just keeps showing me that he's glad that you're aware of it so that you can keep talking to him, because it's important, he says. And he just brought up magnolias. So I don't know if someone has a magnolia tree or they like magnolias. It's like Chip and Joanna Gaines is like the magnolia. Yeah, it's so special. So keep talking to him. And he is saying, like, when the anniversary comes up, he brought that up last time, magnolias. That's so funny. At least he's consistent. The magnolia thing. So if no one has a magnolia tree, then it can be that, say it again, sir. It's like Chip and Joanna Gaines. They have the Magnolia Company. Do you know what I mean? And the magazine, and they flip houses. It can be that someone is doing that either professionally or this is something that they love to do because he's bringing it up again. I love that he's bringing things up again. Do you know what I mean? He's very consistent, your dad, which is, I feel like, what he would be like in life. So when they're all over the place in a reading, then they were all over the place in life. And when they're being consistent here, then you know that they're the person who's going to be consistent when they were here with you. Yeah. So I am pulling back, sweetheart. Please know this is his way of coming through, showing love, watching over you and your family, watching over you and your daughter, sending love to your mom. Like, this is just his way of being consistent with those messages. And on top of that, saying, I know what you had to do with your brother and you had to take him off the house. And I'm okay with that. Disappointed in your brother for his actions, but you guys did the right thing. Because in the long run, this would have been like such a nightmare for you guys. And your dad's making me feel like that's not why he left everything for you guys, is to have your brother treat you guys this way. Very consistent. Thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. I do want to take this time to thank the moderators. Kim, I know you've been on moderating a while, sweetheart. So if you need to go, that's totally okay. I hate to keep you on here so long. But I will take this time to say hi to people. Lori, I do have your reading coming up next. Linda, if you are here, say hi and thank you. I don't know your TikTok name, Linda. I think it's Juicy Gems. Here she is. So I got it. Thank you so much. I'll like cover this up. Came in the cutest package. And she's so sweet. She's like, I always see that you're, well, I don't want to open it. Yeah, I guess I will. Oh, go ahead and open it here. She's always says, Julie, you always have a pin in your hand. So I wanted to give you something. This is so cool. I haven't even actually opened it all the way yet. Whoops. It's so beautiful. And I love pink. My whole office, my room is pink. Like, it's just the heart chakra color. This is so gorgeous. So are you on TikTok, Linda, are you Juicy Gems? Or where can they, if you guys want some of these, you have to follow her. Look how pretty. Here, how can I do this? Isn't that so cute? And she was like, at first I thought these were angel wings, but I guess they're butterfly. And I was like, no, it looks like an angel to me. Thank you. I'm so excited to start. Like, I'm going to use this for my manifestation pen. Like, I have a look, I mean, where is it? Yeah, I'll show you. Everything's pink. I have like, also, I have these pink, like fuzzy pillows. Those are one. I have a pink journal. And now I have this. And my water jug is pink. Like, I'm just so drawn to pink. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's gorgeous. No, those are angel wings. Oh, the other one was a butterfly. I was like, this looks like angel wings to me. It's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? So if you want one of these, follow Linda. Linda, when are you going live next? You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to make a TikTok video on this and tag you in it too. My dad is a yellow butterfly. I love that. And I love that you know that too. You go live just about every day? Perfect. So I'm going to make a TikTok video about it and I'm going to tag you. Is this your, is that your TikTok page? Is it called Linda or is it called Juicy Gems? Oh, I do. I actually saw him this morning. I actually saw him the morning of my first reading with you. Makes me so happy, Jen. Makes me so happy. So anybody on here that wants one of those, she's the person you want to talk to. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to do my last reading for today. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. And my last reading is for Lori. Lori, are you still here? Lori. Pink petal. Hello. She makes, yes. Perfect. Okay, Lori. Your mom. Does she know who? Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's have my little mint ahead of time. Okay. So thank you guys so much. I'm just starting Lori's reading and then I'll chat a little bit after this. Thank you guys for being here. So Lori, your mom. Hold on 1 second. A lot of female energy around you. Is your mom's mom crossed as well? I keep seeing that. Did you just visit the grandkids or do you watch the grandkids? Like do you spend a lot of time with your grandkids? I see so many grandkids with you. And there's a boy and a girl that she's showing me. You're always with them. Okay. I didn't know if you just had a visit or you're always with them. And she's like, you're their daycare provider. She just said. 2 boys. Okay. 2 boys. Do you have a daughter? She keeps drawing me an A name. I'm trying to understand what she's talking about. She's all A, and then she's like, Ashley? Like, your daughter? Okay, does her name start with an A? Oh, your brother's daughter is Amanda. Okay, because she just keeps drawing me to a girl. Okay, thank you. Does someone live in Florida, or were you thinking about moving to Florida? When I ask your mom anything that she wants to tell me, she's like, I just keep seeing Florida. Do you have a lot of friends in Florida or something? Oh, your brother lives in Florida. Okay, so she's bringing up the girl that starts with an A, and then she talks about Florida, and then your brother lives there. Okay. That's how we know. Hold on. Is your mom the one that used to make the meatballs? It's just so funny because the last time I think I gave you a reading, I literally was craving spaghetti and meatballs after. Yes? Oh, geez. I'm going to have to DoorDash because I'm not making spaghetti and meatballs. It's like a family recipe. Do you know what I mean? And she's like, Julie, the key is the onions. It's the way that you grill the onions. It's the way that you prepare the onions. It's the kind of onions you use. Like, she's like, the key is in the onions. She just said that about the meatballs. This is so funny. So I don't know, there's like no onions or the way that she made the onions. She's a trip. Yes? Okay. So funny. All right. Hold on 1 second. This is so... Okay, I will tell her. Okay. That's so many things at one time. I don't know. Okay, she's like, Julie, when I passed away, it was like Elvis passed away. So I don't know if she's talking about all the people coming or if you guys had a custom made casket that was covered in jewels. I don't know what she's talking about, but she's like, when I passed away in style. Like, you would have thought like Elizabeth Taylor passed away or something. She's like, it was so elegant. Is this making any sense to you? She's like, there were gemstones on my gemstones. Like we had pearls and lace. That's it. Cause she's like, I went out in style. People would think that it was a movie star. She's just going like this. Yeah. She's like, thank you. So was that your idea? If you're like, mom would have wanted this. And is there a Mary or Margaret either here or crossed over? She loved Victorian decor. So if it was your idea, if you're the one who put it on there, that's how she's making me feel like it, because you knew that she would want that. So she went out in style. She just shows me that. Yes, you. She's saying it took a while for you to get everybody on board. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, but once that you put the idea together and executed the plan, then everybody kind of came together and they're like, she would have wanted this. She would have wanted this. And it was glorious, she said. She just keeps saying it was glorious, glorious. Mary is my daughter. Okay, Mary is my daughter's mom. Wait, Mary is my daughter's mother-in-law who passed. Okay, that's how she's coming through. Thank you. Did she smoke? I'm starting to taste like smoke in my mouth. It's like Marlboro cigarettes or something. And if it's not her, then I have other people starting to come in as well. That's okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Like I want the taste of meatballs in my mouth, not the smoke. So I'll put those to the side. Okay. Yeah. Why do I see Florida again, and then I see Zillow. Were you looking at homes in Florida, or were you thinking about moving to Florida? Because I see Florida, and then I see Zillow, which makes me feel like someone's house hunting there. Hi, Shorty. I don't have any openings today for a reading, sweetheart, but I will be going live on my other platforms tomorrow. My brother is moving to another part of Florida. Okay. That's just her way of saying that she's been watching over everybody. She knows what's going on. But as far as like, when I think one of your questions is who visited me last night? And what I always tell people, whoever you thought of at the time, that's who it was. But I keep seeing your mom and I keep seeing your grandmother. I keep seeing that. So this is how it makes me feel. Hold on one second. Because do you have a daughter? Show me the thing that you were just going to say one more time. She makes me feel like, yeah, hold on one second. Your daughter was your mom's favorite. Katie, okay, your daughter was your mom's favorite. And your mom's mom, you were her favorite. Do you understand? She's like, it's the circle of life. Lori's daughter, Katie, was my favorite. Yeah, absolutely. And my mom always had Lori as her favorite. Okay, thank you. Yep. Did someone sell Avon or have Avon products or something like that? I swear I just saw like Avon. I haven't seen Avon. Is Avon still alive? Still a running company? Avon. Just saw that. Okay, hold on one second. You did a long time ago. Okay, because I just heard selling Avon. And they did the commercial, ding dong, Avon calling. Like, it's so funny. I feel like I'm having a flashback or something with it. Yeah. So to answer your question, I know that's funny, right? The things they bring up. your mom, your grandmother, trying to console you too, to show you that she's around, trying to let you know not to overdo it. She just keeps saying. So I don't know if your feet have been giving you a hard time, if you've been on your feet a lot, and you used to be able to do this and keep up like with that kind of energy, and now you need a little bit more rest, because she's talking about your feet and she's talking about reflexology and compression socks. Like she's saying, like, you do overdo it. Yep. So she's saying like it's admirable for you to do that. And she's saying that you learned that from the women before you. But she is saying like now at this time, pull back and start doing things for yourself, especially putting your feet up, because it feels like your feet are like sore to me, if that makes any sense to you. She just is bringing that up as well. Yeah. I don't know the last time you got a massage, or you're getting old. I know, sweetheart. Knock on wood. You're getting younger. I'm gonna change that to you're getting younger. Yeah. But when we need rest, we just need rest. She does make me feel like all the women before you, yeah, your ascendants, they didn't take care of themselves either. So she's just trying to give you that advice now to help you. Okay. Do you guys have a Debbie or Deborah? Your friend. Okay, thanks. Your New York friend. Okay. Hold on one second. Is her dad crossed over? I don't know why he's all, tell her I said hi. I'm like, I don't know if her friend even believes in this stuff, sir. He's like, tell her I said hi. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Shorty. Yeah, I understand, sweetie. I'm just in the middle of giving Lori her reading. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Let me see. Anything else that she wants me to tell you? One of the things that your mom is coming through, and this is for Lori, she keeps thanking you for everything that you did, including taking care of her before she passed, taking care of things after she passed, and making sure that things were done in the way that she would have wanted them to be done, even if other people thought it was like too much. You're like, it's not too much. She would want this. So she wants to thank you for that. Do you have your mom's ring? This felt like a wedding band, like it was just one wedding ring for your brother. Yes. Okay. Thank you. She shows me that. So for your brother, Lori's brother, do you have anything that you want to see? Lori's brother, do you have? Hold on. Say it again. I can't understand what you're trying to say. Do the men in your family, do they have a disease? It's called hardening of the arteries, and it would be like for most of the men in your family. Not that you know of. Does your brother have anything going on with his heart or high cholesterol? Just know I'm being drawn to the heart, and I keep hearing heart hardening of the arteries. And then it's like high cholesterol, something like that. Does your brother not believe in this stuff? Yes, and the other one, health problems. Okay. And one other health problem. Okay. Yeah. This is her way of saying she's watching over him. She sees what's going on. Is he the baby of the family, or was that her baby? I know you're like, this is my brother, but she's like, that was my baby. So he's like the only boy, or he was like the baby of the family. That's how she says it. Did he move because he's downsizing? And do you guys have a Chris in your family? He does believe. Yes, just my brother and himself. Okay. So that's why she's like, he's my baby. So, yeah, he's downsizing. Okay. She's just very aware of that. There's like a Christine, Chris, and you're the youngest. Okay. I think she's just saying his baby because he's the only boy. So sometimes they'll do that to show me. Yeah. So if they were close, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So as long as this makes sense to you, that's all that matters to me. Yeah. I don't know if at this point he's doing like carpe diem, like seize the day as he gets older, but she's making me feel like she keeps, yeah, it's as long as this is making sense to you, okay? Is there a James in your family, or is there a James Taylor song or something? I'm asking anything else that she wants me to tell you about the family. She just, yeah, she's very much well aware of what everybody's doing. That's how she knew that he was in Florida and selling his house, because she just showed me escrow. And you're like, he just sold his house. That's how she knows. And that she would be very much watching over him. Somebody's going to have this song, and I don't know if it's for you or who, but this is the third time I've heard it, so I just have to say it. There's a Kenny Loggins song about Christopher Robin, and I cannot stop hearing that all day. Christopher Robin, dun 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 dun. So someone liked Winnie the Pooh or Christopher Robin or something like that. This is the third time I'm hearing it, and I asked if you knew somebody named Chris because I kept hearing that song. It's by Kenny Loggins, I think. And it's from Winnie the Pooh. I swear, it's just ringing in my head. My grandson loves Winnie the Pooh. Okay, that's why. Look up that song. It's so sweet. It's so sweet by Kenny Loggins. If you just look up Winnie the Pooh Kenny Loggins song, you'll see it. But as I pull back to see if there's anything your mom wants your brother to know, she's just showing me specific things to let you guys know that she's alive and watching over both of you. And she's so proud of you guys. She's so proud of you. She just keeps saying that. And she knows that he misses her a lot, and that was one of the hardest things that he's ever had to deal with. And you too, obviously. But there's something where he's been like missing her so much more recently, and I don't know why that is. She says carpe diem, so maybe it's because he's getting older. But just know that she's bringing that up, okay? Yeah, so I am pulling back a little bit, sweetheart. I hope that you're welcome. Oh, because he's sick. That's why. And can I be honest with you? As I was doing the reading for you, I'm sitting down. I had to hold on to the side. I felt like I was going to pass out. So I don't know if he's not getting enough oxygen, and I'm not a doctor. But if someone can do a cardio, if he can see a cardiologist and have them check his ventricles in his heart, to make, or the arteries, to make sure that none of them are clogged. I just got very dizzy all of a sudden. So like I said, not a doctor, but hardening of the arteries or something going on here. And I just got so dizzy while I was giving this reading that I had to hold on to the windowsill in my office. So she's just saying, have him check that. You're welcome, honey. You're so welcome. It's hard when our parents are gone and our siblings are not feeling well, and it's just you two, right? So hang tight, sweetheart. Rely on your friends too. I know that friends want to be there for us. You seem like you have a lot of good friends and you're there for everybody else. So let people be there for you, okay? But I am pulling back a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this to the side. See how everybody's doing today. If you stayed on, thank you guys for being here. I don't know why I get hiccups when I read people. I think because I'm talking fast and I'm drinking a lot of water. Now, most of the time, thank you, Elena. Delilah. I have a Jack Russell Chihuahua, and she licks herself a lot. So she has literally tiny fur balls, or tiny furs. And I always say she's like a cat, and she's like has a hairball. So many of the times this is going to happen where this app records it. So I'll, in the next 24 hours or 48 hours, the longest, I'll download this and put this on my YouTube channel. If you don't know where that is, you can just go to here, Julie Talks to Angels, double click on that, or you can just go to peace.serenity and it will take you to my YouTube channel. Perfect. Thank you. Beautiful readings. Thank you. I've done personal readings with you before, and everything you mentioned. You even mentioned my brother's name. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I know. Yes. Thanks, Kim. Thank you guys for being here. So thank you so much, you guys. I'm so glad I was able to give some readings today. I hope that it brought you some comfort and knowing that your loved ones are very much around you. I always say my job as a medium is to leave you with that evidence so that you're saying, well, gosh, if Julie knew all of this and they were telling her, then they must be following me around. They must be watching over me. And they are. Their body dissipates, but their love is eternal and alive and just always around you, okay? Perfect. Thank you guys for being here. I never want to wrap up my readings without thanking my moderators too. Hi, Trish. Good to see you. You're a blessing too. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Disalu? So keep in mind, other accounts might have come on here that look like, oh, Desiree, so pretty. Come on here and start to follow you, pretending like they're me. This is my only account. It's Julie Talks to Angels. It has 45K followers. Don't fall for the people who are copying my videos, pretending like they're me with less followers, because that's not me. I'll never DM you. I'll never tell you, my beloved, I have a card for you. Like it's the same old like script that they send everybody. Just block and report them and move on with your beautiful lives, because that's all we can do at this point. All right, you guys, I am going to get going. If you want to schedule a reading with me, you can go to peace-serenity. I love to give personal readings. I do personal readings by phone and by Zoom. You have a great night too, Desiree. Thank you. And if you want to watch me do readings, I'll be on Facebook tomorrow. Or if you want to come and get a reading over there, I'll be over there. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Much love to you guys. Take care.